Have you ever felt that urge to call someone? Felt your heart push you to reach out, just to hear their voice? But then, you didn't. Maybe it was pride, maybe fear. Or maybe, you thought there would be time. This is the story of Ijeoma and David. A story of young love, lost chances, and a phone call that came too late. Ijeoma met David in her first year at university. She was studying architecture. He was in his final year, already popular, the kind of person everyone gravitated toward. David wasn't loud or flashy. He was kind. He noticed things, like when Ijeoma was carrying heavy books, or when she seemed lost on campus. And when he smiled at her for the first time, she felt like the sun had come out just for her. They became inseparable. Late-night walks, endless chats about dreams, fears, and the future. David would call her every night, just to say goodnight, and she would fall asleep to the sound of his voice. It was young love, pure, exciting, full of hope. But time passed, and as it often happens, things change. David graduated, got a job in another city. The distance grew. At first, they tried. Calls every day, long messages, sweet voice notes. But life is busy, and slowly, the calls became fewer. The messages shorter. Small fights started. Why didn't you call back? You're always too busy for me. They both heard, but neither knew how to fix it. One day, after a big argument, they stopped calling. No official breakup, no final words, just silence. Ijeoma focused on her studies. Graduated, got a job. She told herself she'd moved on, but on lonely nights, she would still scroll through old chats. Still look at his name in her phone. She thought about calling. Many times. But pride held her back. What if he's forgotten me? What if I sound desperate? So, she stayed silent. Years passed. She heard about him from mutual friends. He was doing well, still single, and still, she didn't call. Then, one rainy evening, Ijeoma stood by her apartment window. The city lights glowed. The rain tapped gently on the glass. And she thought of him, of all the things she'd never said. She picked up her phone, scrolled to his name. Her thumb hovered over the call button. Her heart raced, but then, she locked the phone. Tomorrow, she whispered. Tomorrow I'll call, but tomorrow never came. The next day, the news arrived. David was gone. A car accident. Sudden. Unexpected. Just like that, the chance was gone. At his memorial, Ijeoma stood among strangers. People who had known him in recent years. People who had heard his laughter, seen his smile, while she had stayed silent. She stood there, wishing she had made that call. Wishing she had tried. Sometimes, it isn't about what would have changed. Sometimes, it's just about knowing you didn't let pride keep you from trying. Today, Ijeoma still keeps David's name in her phone. Not because she expects him to answer, but because deleting it feels like losing him all over again. So, I ask you, who is your heart telling you to call? What words are you holding back? Don't wait. Don't let pride steal your chance. Because sometimes, a call that's delayed, becomes a call that's too late. This is The Lover's Tale, where every heart has a story. Subscribe for more, and share this with someone you care about.